Hello everybody and welcome to my Ascension Messages. My name is Bobby Richardson and I will be your guide for today. Today I'm going to do some tarot. We're going to ask the tarot about the UFO drone scenario that's happening around UK and US and even Australia. And we'll just ask straight up questions and see what's pulled through the cards. Interesting enough though, I just went over the questions. Well, I didn't go. I just went over the very first question. I have to tell you this because it's a bit of a synchronicity. I was doing the dishes and this card popped up in my head and I was like, I wonder if that card's going to pop up. And it was the politician lying, deceiving card, to tell you the honest truth. Now, I don't want to like put anything on this reading. Whatever comes up, right? I'm going to be extremely honest with this, but that's what I had in my head. And then when I went quickly over the questions, the first one was, are the ones showing up mainly around USA and UK at the moment UFOs from other planets or dimensions, or are they drones from here? And as soon as I read that, I picked up this pack of cards and I went to shuffle. And the first shuffle, I looked at the card. It was only one card that I saw, and it was that politician card. So I just wanted to show you, like, let's let you guys know that synchronicity that just happened then. In any case, we will clear the palette because I don't like to assume anything. I just want to make this the truth of what's coming up out of the cards and just read them as they are. Also, before I start, don't forget I have got a GoFundMe at the moment that's been set up by one of my followers to get me over to New York, and I just needed to thank everybody that's donated so far. We have raised so far over $800. I am so excited and amazed by that. Thank you so much. Let's keep it going though, because it'll just pay for that accommodation and the flights and everything coming from. I'll actually be coming from New Zealand because I'm going to New Zealand to see my parents' 60th wedding anniversary, and my mum's turning 80, so that's happening just before that. And I need to see them. I really need to see them. So that's happening. Also, I am an intuitive counselor. If you want a one-on-one session, the link is down below. Just look for the one-on-one Zoom call readings and click on that, and you will be taken to my website. My website's Codes to a New Reality. Lots of juicy information on there, lots of channel messages. I just put up another channel message. I was asking, why does a flame not have a shadow, just to see what my team brought through, and it went really deep. So I just put that up yesterday. If you want to take a look at that channel message, I might bring that up in a separate video as well. Just all this really juicy information about our own shadows as well that came up. And as well as that, AMAKEL, my school, my new school, please go check it out. I have poured heaps, hundreds of hours of work into this, all of the different games. I've just loaded up the animal shamanic lesson. And yeah, I'm just going to keep on pouring out all my wisdom and information from my guides so that we can have this delightful kind of intuitive school that's fun. And I also want to eventually, when there's more and more people coming on, I want to get groups together and have lives and stuff like that. So it's going to all just keep on moving towards, you know, just a beautiful school that you guys can attend online so that it can go worldwide. Anyways, let's go from here. Hey, Linda. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Anne. In the chat bar. Good to see you this morning. Right, so I'm going to go through these questions and really focus, and we will let the cards say what, you know, pull out what the cards are going to say and then go from there. I don't want to assume anything. Sorry, I'm just giving myself a bit more room in front of me for this. So the first question is, are the ones showing up mainly around USA? We're talking about UFOs, drones, so forth. Are they the ones that are showing up mainly around USA, UK, and I want to admit there's a few around Australia, and it's all around, you know, the spaces where people are. It's like you see the map of Australia, and all through, you know, that eastern borderline is just yeah. So hello. It's just interesting and just, anyways. Or are they drones or are they UFOs? Let's ask that straight up question. I'll clear my mind and see what comes up with the cards. We've got one that's fallen out face down at the moment. Are they the drones or UFOs? Please give us your clear answers so that we can interpret this. I'm not going to hide anything. We're just going to do it straight up. Okay, so we have quite a few cards here. The first one that came out was the guilt card. Okay, just let me look into this a bit more, because then we had the ripen card that flew out after that, and we had these two cards, celebrations and healings, that came together. And then we had suppression and innocence. Innocence is upside down, but I don't usually read these in reverse, these cards. I'm going to pull it up right, but I'm just going to, so there's, feels like there's 3 sets of 2s here. I'm just going to put them in the order that I felt they fell out. So we've got that, the guilt and the ripeness. Oh my gosh. Okay, just pouring, like feeling into that. So the question was, are the ones that are showing up, are they real? Are they from different, are they from here or are they not? Are they from outer space? You know what, with the right cards, I'm feeling like there are quite a few that are from out there. Just because if you can see really closely, the sky goes up beyond. This is a maturity card. This means we're mature enough to handle this now. This is what this card means. We're mature enough to handle the guilt that we've been holding on to, that's kept us in the dark. And so I am feeling that there are a few that are showing up, like even these ripe, like plums or whatever there are in the tree. They feel like they are fruit ready to mature and drop, right? But there is this guilt that's coming up now. I am feeling that, and look at the claws around her head, right? Somebody's trying to disrupt the mind. So there is a disruption here. So I would say with this card, it feels like there are some that are for real and there are some that are definitely not. You know, there's a confusion here. There's a clouded of the mind, but it feels like there's a healing that's happening with humanity through this, and a celebration of starting to come to the heart. See, in the healing card, there's a heart. So this feels very like just the blue feeling in that mandala in the heart feels like ETs, feels like some benevolent beings, and there's celebrations. So there's something to do with healing ourselves through this, like seeing through the deceit that's happening at the moment. There's something to do with that, and ignition of the intuition through the innocence, because innocence brings me back to that childhood understanding when we were little, and then we want it. So I would say, and then suppression, like we are not being our true honest selves. We're hiding the power of who we are. So if I'm going to take this as an overall answer, I would say they're not giving me a number so forth, like 50-50 or anything, but there's definitely some that are benevolence that are out there that are making, you know, huge leaps and bounds and celebrations and contact with those that have done the healing. But there's also those that are trying to keep us under suppression. So I would say that these two cards are representing definitely drones that are just mucking up the story. That's how I'm feeling into it at the moment. Anyway, by trying to get my head out of it, because I honestly thought it would just be deceit. The whole cards would be deceit, but it's not. So that means that there is something else happening here where if they're giving in my head like we're facing off with the fact that we already know, or I wouldn't say already know, that there is a narcissist kind of a feel in front of us, and the deceiving intention of that is bringing us into a healing game. It's like if you were in a relationship that had that narcissist versus victim kind of a scenario, you would get to the point where you're like, I see through you. I celebrate. I'm sorry. I see through it. I'm holding on to my innocence. I'm seeing this for what the true value of what it is, coming from this, that there's this special innocence and sincerity, from myself, that's no longer going to be suppressed because of what's going on. So there's a definite lesson. I mean, you can't have the healing card, maturity card, unless there was a definite lesson coming out. And with celebrations, there's something good coming out of this. I think we're breaking through something. Okay, I'm going to keep going though. I'll just pick another couple of, I want to get a tarot reading from this as well. I mean, these can be seen as tarot cards too, but so are the ones showing up mainly around USA and UK UFOs, or are they drones from around here? I think that they are drones from around here. But that's what my initial thought, my initial channeling message, if you saw that on Tuesday, was. But I have to be, do this the right way. The cards are showing up. There's a celebration. There's a new beginning happening through this as well. So I am feeling both. I'm feeling both. The Sun card and Justice in reverse. I'm feeling like the Sun card is, yes, positive, like the UFOs. Yes, we're getting contact, we're having contact made, the benevolent beings, angels, whatever you want to call them. This is moving forward towards something new and great, especially with that Ace of Pentacles. And it's being grounded, like that it's being grounded. So yes, there are definitely in this reading, it's saying, yes, some of them are for real. I think, but then I have this King of Wands, like he's trying to stand his ground and take back his power. And for some reason, these little lizards are showing up for me as well. So there is, even though the King of Wands it's a passion, someone of passion and great, I know what I want and I know where I'm going and that sort of thing. And then with the Justice card in reverse, like, she is blindfolded, right? Now it's time to take that blindfold off and to see things for what they truly are. Okay, from what I'm seeing here, I am saying there is both out there at the moment. And maybe, yeah, I don't want to read into it too much because we've got other questions, but I feel that there's both happening at the moment through this. And there's a great healing that's happening from this as well. Understanding and a releasing of guilt and suppression and then celebrations as well. Yeah, I'm going to just fold these up and then we'll get into the next question. So the next question is, if they're drones, why are they showing up? And then I've got number 3, if they're UFOs, why are they showing up? So let's do the drones first, because we did have that they're both. There's both out there. Okay, so why are the drones showing up? Can you give us any sort of channel messages or information from the cards to say why they are bringing me to some dreams that I had of deception? I did at one stage there in 2012. I decided I was going to focus all my attention into what they were trying to do for, what was their secrets, and that was helped by, the not so good ones that are trying to control. And I had 3 dreams where I become the observer of what was being put aside, and there was 3 events that was going to happen that I saw, And so I might as well bring them up through this reading. The first event was, let me remember, sorry, because it is a long time ago, but I do remember 3. Yeah, I remember the first dream. There was a sound, that vibration that they were sending out, and they had groups of like teenagers coming around and celebrating or watching a concert or something, and that's when they would try to infiltrate. That was 1. There was 2. Now each of these dreams, it was really interesting because I honed in on them, and then in each of the dreams, this eye came in the shape of a helicopter, like a drone. That's interesting. Now maybe that's why they're pulling that up. And it would see me see their secrets. It was seeing that I was a consciousness that could tap into that, and as soon as I knew that it saw me, that I saw them, I'm like, okay, I'm out, and I woke up. And it happened with all 3 of these dreams. The other one was, I remember tanks. I remember being on a hill and trying to escape because they were trying to gather people. And then the other one was to do with fake UFO invasions. They were luring them in, making people feel comfortable a bit about it, and then they were going to attack. Something to do with that. I don't know how far, if this reading is going to go very well. Careful to say. Might get pulled down if I don't get black marked for this. Okay. We're not saying who it is, right? Anyways, so if drones, I just wanted to say that before. For some reason that popped in my head when I was shuffling, and this is how I read anyway, so I do kind of half shuffling, half. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. So we have 2 cards that have popped out. The first one was nothingness. So you know what this is bringing me to? If this is to do, the question was, if drones, why are they showing up? I think this is bringing me to the information that I got about them seeing through was the glass, looking glass, and they could see into the future. And then all of a sudden there was a moment where they couldn't see anything past that certain point. And it was actually just white light, but they couldn't see anything. And I'm feeling that this is because there's nothingness in their future. They can't foresee their future. So they're trying to do what they had in plan because they have nothing else to go on now. And so there's sort of a plan event that's happening here. We have in reverse participation, trying to force people to participate in their game. Forcing things to participate in their game, being that it's in reverse here. I don't usually do these cards in reverse, but it was really smack in reverse. I'll get a couple of tarots. I'm trying to be as honest as I possibly can through this with you guys, so that we're just seeing, like, the hangman is on its side. The hangman. Time to stop hanging around. They're hanging around. Or they are hanging around. They want to implement something. I don't think they know what they're doing. I get this feeling like they're just doing because they don't know what else to do and holding on to something. Yeah, we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. So this is what they're afraid of. There's going to be victory somewhere else. There's some sort of, there needs to be something that's coming together here. For some reason, they're there. They're trying to infiltrate. It's almost like whatever they do is going to backlash onto them, looking within themselves and then finding that they actually have to release the guilt and allow themselves to come forward. Now, the Lover's card came next. So there's collaboration here of unity between those that we were fighting against and those that are coming in. You know what, the first reading bit, it was saying both. So here we got both, and now at the very end of this one, why the drones here, here's the Lover's card. So there's something to do with maybe they're going to be awoken through this, because they're going to realize we're not here to hurt. People aren't here to hurt, or like in the end, I know that there are some that would, but the ones that are actually gaining the power are here to love. The ones that have done the inner work are here to love. We're here to embrace each other. We're here to see the mirror reflection of each other, of the others within ourselves, and where we denied our power. When we come into our power, we want to unite. There's something going on there. Oh, this is a pretty crazy freaking reading. I'm just going with it though, guys. So we'll just go with this. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. I was just like, this will be interesting. I like interesting, and I like kind of delving into the craziest places. Okay, if it was UFOs showing up, why are they showing up? Why are the UFOs showing up? Okay, we have a few that have come in, have listening. Okay, so it looks like with the UFOs, there's a big lesson happening here. We have the receptivity card, listening, like listening. There's something to do with stilling the mind to be able to receive. This is what this card is about, stilling the mind to be able to receive. And then we have the Hermit card, which is aloneness, but recognizing that we're not alone, and no more comparing or judging. And then we have the letting card go as well. It's like they're here to help us through a big lesson of letting go of an old program or something old, to bring in this lesson, to be able to hear what, hear more or feel into more. It's a receptivity card. You can see the person's opened arms and the lotus leaf within their minds and everything. And even within the Hermit card, this person's like lighting their own way. They're figuring things out. And then the comparison card, when, no more comparing, because you can't have this amalgamation of different beings coming to Earth with humanity that are very diverse in all ways, like they even within their sexes and everything, the colors, their everything. So the judgments and all that and comparing has to stop. There's some sort of lesson going on here. So they're here to help us through something, a lesson or something, but also to let go. Let go actually fell on its side of the story. Maybe let go of that's the whole thing and just keep on going on where you're going. Why are the UFOs showing up? I do feel with that receptivity card too that it's like contact, because see, the person's like this. Yes. Contact. I do feel that. Okay. So we have the star. No way. That's so beautiful. They're showing up to show us our wishes can come true. There's something more than what we have been expecting that's coming in. We also have the Page of Swords. So this is like an interruption of the mind and a development of maturing the mind, looking at our minds as like this is a very young person, so somebody who's just starting to learn to wield the sword or the mind. And so I think that they see or feel that humanity is in this beginner stage of, yes, you can have the sword, but you're still in a training ground. You've got your mind, you're starting to work it, but you're still in a training ground. And then we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, which is in upright, somebody who's taking all the swords so that they're not going to be against them anymore. And in reverse, it's like, I don't need to carry this burden around with me anymore. So I think they're showing up to say that they're not a burden to society. There's a new story being developed here, like a secret story. I'm feeling into this card for some reason, saying a secret story still to be developed, something to be developed, like when he finally comes to rest, being that it's in reverse, and puts them down, then he can move. They're showing me like him moving into a room and going, okay, I'm over carrying this burden. I put it down. I put them down here. They're all nice and neat. No one else can get them now. That's the swords that have been wielded against me. And then he opens the door and steps out, and the whole world looks more colorful because he's no longer clouded with this burden. There's definitely a healing happening with these. I think that those that are showing up that from different dimensions that are helping us heal, get through something. Are there real UFOs showing up from other planets and dimensions? Why are they here? Okay, I kind of repeated a question there, so I'm just going to leave that. Can you tell us where? Okay, well, let's get into, can you tell us where this is all leading? Where's this going? Where are we going with this story? I mean, they're showing me stories come and go. Stories come and go. Like, we have all that story that happened in 220, comes and goes. Nothing's held on to. Things are changing a lot at the moment. Don't hold on to any sort of story. That's another message that's coming up with that too. Don't hold on to anything. See it for what it is in the moment and the value that it's bringing in the moment. It's actually teaching us to learn to use our intuition. It's bringing us back to ourselves. We're no longer being able to be reliant on the information or source of information coming from outside of us, because that is tainted by those that have already got their own story wheeling and they're shouting. And so it's like, well, I'm not listening to all the shouting anymore. I want to learn to still my mind, come back into receptivity, and then make my own decisions based on how I feel in this moment. Each story that you see, feel into yourself whether it feels right or not. This is a great way to learn to use your intuition. This is the reason why my team started the school AMAKEL, so that we could do these intuitive games. We want to be able to feel our way through, so we're no longer trusting somebody outside of us to give us the information. We're trusting ourselves. We're all a sovereign being in our own right. Okay, so can you tell us where this is leading us through the cards, please? And what sort of information is coming up through the cards for? Where is this story at the moment leading us, right? A whole heap have fallen out. God. Okay. So we've got two that have come together here. We've got the King of Swords in reverse and a Four of Wands in reverse. King of Swords. Somebody knows how to wield that sword, right? So there's something that we don't know yet, the power of ourselves, the power of our mind. The swords always represent the mind. We don't know the power of our mind and the celebrations that can come out of this. This is leading us to uncovering something. I feel like it's uncovering something. It's all going to be fine in the end. I do know that. Four of Swords, I really feel that strongly from their presence anyway. Four of Swords is somebody who's in meditation. Now, this is in reverse too. You know what I'm feeling from this? We are learning to be walking meditative people, where a meditation is just the norm of who we are and everything that we do. We are presently in the moment, learning to meditate. We are there's a connection here that's happening. It's opening us up to taking off the blindfold. There's a blindfold again. Remember the Justice card that had the blindfold? We're definitely, and this is in reverse as well. Judgment, sorry. This is in reverse as well. Definitely learning to take that blindfold off and see through the illusions. So it's taking us to a more empowered reality. We also have here the Eight of Pentacles. Something that humanity's been working on, like we've been doing a lot of shadow work, right? We're trying to find where the deception is that lies within ourselves of lack of power, so that we can see it outside of ourselves. And the Devil coming up in reverse. So we're learning that we are just as powerful as those that have pulled the wool over our eyes to tell us that they are more powerful than us. We're just as powerful. It's just how we're playing the game from the inner core out. There's a valuable lesson that's been brought up for you. So where are we going? Where is this leading us? It's leading us to a lot. I feel a lot more maturity, a lot more you know, the work that you do, you receive the rewards from, instead of the work that you do, you give away to the so-called devil. It's in reverse. Now the work that you do, you receive the rewards. So there's some sort of shift in power here that's going on. Is it definitely? Okay, I just want to get an enlightened card, fifth dimensional card, and see what that says as well. Rare gifts coming up. Golden children, the inner child. Now it's bringing me to the innocence card that we had before. Opening of a vortex here. Stepping through a door. That was a powerful message I got yesterday about opening the door and something coming in that I didn't know what was coming. It was a bit confusing, so I just put that up on Facebook. Like, what's this about? Look at these people, though, that are around here, and some of them they're all got white lights around them, like they know who they are now. Stepping forward. Now they're bringing me to the emerald tablets of Thoth, and he talks about the golden children that are held within the inner earth, that are holding vibrations for humanity to learn their lessons. So there could be something to do with orbs coming into this, orbs that are showing up to teach others, and they are singling out certain people to up-level their frequencies. I just want to get one more. Trust the timing. Yeah, I knew it. There was something to do with timing as well with this. So something's coming up, but it's still trust the timing. You won't know exactly when, but it all will work completely. It'll just be like this story, this story, this story, this story. Oh my God. And then we get closer and closer into that's it. I take my power back and I know who I am. And I'm no longer playing the game. It's almost like they're showing me a breaking up of a relationship that we've been holding on to for so long because we didn't know how beautiful we were. And that relationship will break up, where these ones that now have to go do the inner journey that you have already done to break up the relationship. So here we are, the ones that are doing the shadow work, done all the work, and then we're facing off with, and so they're showing me humanity's growth in that. There's a validation. That's why the Lovers card came out before when I was asking about the drones, because there's a marrying of realization that those that we allow or gave our power to was purely because we didn't take the power within us, and so they become part of the story, entangled in us until we find the power within us. There's something to do with that, and it's all relevant. So drones, UFOs, whatever, whoever comes into contact with whatever, there's a valuable lesson there for them. And I think that's what we need to take from this, because it's only moving us towards more and more love and light in the end, because that's literally what source energy wants for humanity. Now, each are going to go on their own journey. Some go down before they actually find themselves back up again. You know, you have to go to the deepest, darkest place before you let go of that story. Sometimes that's what happens. If we're learning to do this game right, we learn how to let go of the story quicker before we go too far down into misery and all of that, and losing ourselves. Then we're like, oh, I know this feeling. I'm getting myself out. And then when you can do that quicker, you will more likely to be making contact with those that are benevolent. So you're trusting yourself because you've done the work. So you come into contact with those, the ones that are still steeped in the fear and all that, are more likely to be infiltrated by the drones and the ones trying to control or deceive. There's deception there. Yeah, I hope this works well for you guys. I think that it's pretty interesting. Anyway, I like delving into really crazy, interesting questions. Thanks, Sky, for putting that up on the chat bar too. Yes, we're doing pretty good. We're getting close to that $1,000 mark. So cool. Thank you so much for everybody who's been donating. And I am giving away 2 free 30-minute readings for those that do donate. Just, you know, picking out of a hat kind of thing through all the names in the hat. Just, I would suggest not putting, you know, for those that have the names there. Otherwise, we can't contact you, make contact with you. Hopefully, we can make contact with you. We'll put a notice up on the thing anyway for who and how to contact us. Yeah, we'll work it out. Sorry, I'm trying to work something out right in the middle of a reading. Radio. I just picked up a new pack and then I shuffled. One card has fallen out. It's upside down. Here we go. Look at this. Mental clarity. That's literally what the cards were driving us to. Remember, we had the Page of Swords and we weren't really knowing how to handle our minds. We are learning through this for mental clarity. We no longer get attached to the story that's been pulled over our eyes. We start to become the mental clarity within and creating what we need for the rest of our life. We become the magic. Like, this is the magician, obviously, wisdom of the magic. He's holding the ball to the sphere again, and I'm feeling those. There's definitely interdimensional, extraterrestrial, drones, whatever it is that you come in contact with, there is some value there. There's a value there that you can learn from it. You can face it off with yourself. Oh my God, I've got this in front of me. Why did I bring this in front of me? What have I been holding on to that's creating this story outside of myself? Am I creating a story that is suiting how I love myself and how I support myself? Am I creating a story that's driven by fear? It's bringing us back to that inner self, even though, you know, there are benevolence and all that and excitement to have had from those contacting us. In the end, we are in the thick of a very valuable lesson. Like, it's a pinnacle point in humanity's consciousness right now. That's what they're telling me, is a very pinnacle point. And the only way that you can get through this is to look within yourself and how you are creating your story. And what kind of stories are you holding on to make that one come true and be in front of you in this moment? So see the value for what's coming at you. It's, yeah, be tender on yourself. Silence, interdependence. We've got these words coming up. Clearing. A clearing. And we've also got the blessing card is coming up. So there is blessings to be had through this as well. Yeah, I'm just thinking, what do I carry on? I think I'll open the chat bar now for free chat bar readings while I just get one more card. What card do I want? Okay, from the Pleiadians. What message do you have about what's the story that's going over humanity at the moment? What message do you have? We have the triple star grid align. I connect and align with my higher consciousness. So this is the lessons that we're learning to really trust ourselves and the value of who we are, so that we can connect with not only each other around Earth and start to shine our light, but also benevolence as well. I mean, you're aligning with benevolence, but you have to align with that within yourself first. You can't be going out there feeling in fear and then expecting something to come towards you that is of high benevolence. Nothing's going to save you but yourself in the end. You're the one that saves you. And it doesn't matter how much you want to hide behind your own veil of illusions saying that, you know, it's happened to you. In the end, it's happened for you. That's what they're saying. So, yeah. Okay. That was the craziest reading I think I've done yet. That was pretty full on and interesting. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And it's nice. It is fun, though. I do have fun with those sort of really way out questions. I like to push the limits a bit. Okay. So if anyone wants a reading, I've got my tarots ready. So yes. And I will give you a reading. Okay, Debbie. Debbie. Okay, and clear and delete all of that so that I can focus in on Debbie's energy, please. Yeah, I felt like I have to just go through the cards once. Okay, clear and delete. Debbie. Okay, we've got one that's come up, and it is the Three of Cups. Ooh, unity coming in for you. Dancing, celebrations, joining with other people, finally trusting yourself. Something to do with that. There was a card that wanted to pop up then, but it's kind of popped back in. 10 of Pentacles. Wow, Debbie, you're coming into... Look at that, 2 of Cups. Wow, these are really good cards. 10 of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups. Like abundance, this is the most grounded abundance. You're finally starting to ground your abundance. It's going to come in for you. It's coming in for you. There's a sharing and a caring and a giving with that 3 of Cups, but we have the 2 of Cups as well as the 3 of Cups, like unity, love. And then this one, a walking away. You've decided. I think you've decided. That's it. I'm not going to go back to that old way of thinking. I'm not going to go back to the old lifestyle. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm ready for all these blessings to come in, and I'm going to trust this game and step into that. Moment to moment, you know, it's a work in progress. You can do this, though. It's right there. It's just, I mean, the first card that came out was the 3 of Cups. So it's right there. You are walking away from an old way of thinking, believing everything. You just like, had enough, not doing it anymore. And using the energy at the moment to move forward, that sort of thing. Okay. So who else have we got here? Diana. Ooh, Diana, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. A burst of a bubble that's kept you almost, they're saying, imprisoned. You're no longer allowing the torments to torment you anymore. It's in reverse. This person is blindfolded and they don't see that there's a way out. But just you deciding, no, not doing that anymore, because it's in reverse, remember, then the swords fall. They fall. And then you can take the blindfold off. You're like, no. It's something that you're just not going to allow to infiltrate you anymore. It's almost like they're showing me having a discussion, a heated discussion with somebody, and you get tense about it, and then walking into your room and just going, no, not doing that. And then you walk out and you are just like, I'm just going to be the happy me. I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm just going to trust that being the happy me is going to bring in something new. You are going inwards as well. So that's why they said walking into a room. When you walk into that room, you are doing the healing. You're looking at yourself. How do I feel? What do I want out of this? Where am I going with this feeling? Are they really that powerful over me that they make me feel this way? So there's something to do with this and letting go and doing the inner work. There's a diamond in this chest that's standing out. A diamond within you. That brings me to my daughter, my youngest daughter, when she was 3. There's a diamond in here, she goes. And that's how you do it. And it's a little video that she's got on. We have a diamond in here and a diamond in here. And that's how you do it. So, yeah, there's something to do with inner work. Finding the true value of yourself. That's what that diamond's representing. Finding the true value of yourself. If you can move through life going, you know what, I'm not even going to give it the attention that it's, you know, there's a certain story that we have in our heads. If this person says this, then I have to react like that, because that's what it's always forced me to do. And there's a changing up within you that go, I'm not reacting like that anymore. I'm doing different. Debbie, thank you, Bobby, for your messages. So accurate, it blows me away every time. I appreciate you so much. You're very, very welcome. Okay, Sky. 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 We have one card that threw out. We have, oh, and that one wants to, that one just fell out towards the end there as well. We have the Empress, but she's in reverse over here. So you're trying to become the Empress. You know it's within you. You know you've got this. It's a flipping of something upside down that's within your vortex or your head or the way that you think about life. It needs to be flipped on its head for you to step into the empowerment of who you are. And you also have the Nine of Pentacles. It is sliding in on its side. So there is abundance. There's even more abundance coming in. But it's like a sideways step, almost like you don't see it coming. So there's abundance coming for you, being the Nine of Pentacles. But also the one that flipped out towards the end of me shuffling, and I'm like, oh, where are you going, matey? It was the Eight of Swords again. And that's interesting, but this was upright for you. So there is some sort of unfolding and unraveling within you. It's like a core essence of going, there's still something that's been bounding you to a certain vibration of limit. And I think this is what they were talking about with that upside down Empress as well, where you have limited yourself to try to fit into something, like the swords all around, fit into something. And it's maybe a program within your mind of an illusion of how you have to be in this world. And so that needs to break away. They're showing me a master in front of me, and then someone's learning from the master. But it's like the master comes up with this clarity, and then the person, you that's learning, goes, oh, it's like mic drop. Oh, wow. Oh, my God, I get it. A profound message might come to you all of a sudden. You're like, oh, my God, I get what I've been doing. I see the program now. Because, sometimes we have been going through our life, the whole life, with this certain program, even DNA passed down from generations, and you don't even realize it is a program. You just think it's part of your personality, or it's part of reality. It's just how you have to be. And then all of a sudden there's going to be this aha moment with you. And they keep showing me mic drop, boom. I say it, I get it now. And you walk off the stage, you walk off that stage that's been keeping you in a limited kind of concept. I'm no longer going to play that game anymore. I can change that one. I can shift that one now. There's something coming to enlighten you a little bit more on who you are and where you can go. Okay, so who else? We've got Celtic. Celtic. My dear friend Celtic. I think it would be really fun. I mean, I have got quite a bit of time in my hands. If anybody wants to reach out or anything and go, like, open a Zoom call or something and have just a collaboration of a few of us or one another. I've done it before, and one of my followers decided to come on and show their face, and we had a little chat. It was really actually a really interesting thing. I was on live for like 2 hours through that, and it was fun. So I just like to be able to connect more. And you guys are such awesome people that I have in my chat. I'm really lucky, actually. I feel like I'm in a bubble still a bit with you guys, but I love it. I know that bubble is going to burst soon. Oh, you an email. Yeah, there's something like let's see where that goes. I should just put my email up so that you guys can contact me and say I'm in. Okay, so Celtic. While I'm doing all of that, I'm feeling into that. I think it's because you spurred me into that. I would love to meet you is what I'm really trying to say here. Okay, so we have Three of Wands that has come up for you, Celtic. You're holding something strong. You're like, I've got this, but There's something more coming into your reality. It's like, oh my God, something's going to happen. Something's coming in. Your ship's coming in. Something's coming in. But you've got this grounding momentum or feeling about who you are. Yeah, my ships are coming in. Sorry, I'm just reading into that card more. Knight of Wands. Yeah, your ships are coming in. This is someone of great passion that comes towards you, and they inspire you to be more passionate about your life. Look at all the wands here. This is passion. Wands is all to do with passion and movement. And yes, you have quite a few cards here that have fallen out in one big clump. I'll have to quickly go through them. So there is the Tower card, the Page of Cups in reverse. So there's something crumbling away in your past. Look, the King of Swords, someone's taking over your mind, and it's something to be cleared here. Two of Pentacles, about rebalancing of yourself. Something is going to be cleared first, and then look at the brightness on the other side, and the passions and the desires and the ships coming in. But there is a clearing here that's happening right at this moment. Look at the Tower card. That's, a clearing. I don't think you're going to let somebody take over your mind anymore. It's like, yeah, your story, whatever. Because they keep offering you something that you don't feel is what you were actually after. You're rebalancing yourself to get through to this newness. Okay, Zoom call would be fun. I should totally do it. See faces. Yeah, right. If we did like a Zoom call, and then yeah, I just want to see any numbers of people that I would be interested to show this. Like, even if we just a few of us, you don't have to show your face, but just, yeah, I might open it up, and then you can show yourself if you want, or you can just have a blank screen and then go, I've got a question. I don't know. Well, let's go with this. Up for a Zoom call? I'm up for a Zoom call, Arnie. Yeah, okay. Well, there's 1, 2, 3 already. That's fantastic. Okay, let's do that. Yeah, and you guys, I'll give you the link. I'll set it up anyway. Just look out for my community page on my YouTube, because I will send a link out, and then the time and the date. And if I make it around, 7 a.m.-ish for me, because you guys are always pretty much free around that time anyway, then it keeps it, yeah. And then we can say, meet each other a bit, That'd be fun. Don't know if you guys want to do it live. Anyway, we can have a chat about that. I'll send maybe do a Zoom call first, and then we'll go from there, whether we want to go live the next time or something. I'd love to go live with it. That's just me, but then not everybody's into live. So I want to honor and respect you guys as well. So we can, yeah, okay, we'll see if we can put something together and say hi to each other. I mean, because you guys have just been the most awesome as followers, just absolutely awesome. Okay, I'll do... I have to look back here. Christina G. Oh, that's just fallen straight out for you. Christina G. Ooh. Okay. A little bit discombobulated there. You might be feeling a little bit like that in your life at the moment. We have the World in reverse. So, okay. And the Star card. Look at this blue. Oh, you know what I'm feeling here is like literal contact wanting to be made with you. Contact. Just the blues, the stars, the world in reverse, like I'm landing on Earth. Something to do with that. You might even see something in the sky. Maybe go have a look. You have the Knight of Wands coming in, but it's in reverse. Isn't it funny how many the same cards keep coming out? We've had the Star, we've had the Knight of Wands before. Knight of Wands, just be aware of those that are coming towards you and what their actual motives are. Just be aware. Like, some people are here to teach a lesson. So just be aware. I don't know why, but I feel like there's one more card I need to pull for you. One more card. Christina G. Why is that? Three of Swords in reverse. So you have let go of a heartbreak or something that's happened in the past that was like keeping you up all night. It's letting this go. It's to open the door. You are. There's a window there. I'm feeling like you're finally letting it go. I feel like if I was giving you a reading like 3 or 4 months ago or something, 6 months ago, you would have had these upright, you're going through something here. Or you're letting go, or it could even be a year ago. Oh my gosh, I keep getting for you contact. Look at this. This is an owl that's flying in, and owls to me always represent, for me, and I'm doing the reading for you, benevolent beings wanting to make contact. I don't know why, but that's what they do for me. So there's something to do with that around you. There's some sort of, you've cleared. There's some clearing that you've done in your heart space for this to actually happen. But just be aware. Like you make the call on whether this feels right or not for you. If you see something, or this has to come from you. Anyway, oh my God, I could go on forever with readings. Too much sometimes. Okay, guys. I think I will leave it here. Yeah, it's coming up to the hour. Thank you so much for being part of this. I'm doing more and more every day. Every day I'm kind of uploading something at the moment, apart from the weekends. I try to keep my weekends free. But Monday to Friday, I'm trying to upload something nearly every day. So tomorrow I might come live again, actually, and have a discussion about a channel message that I got that I've already put up on my website, and have a chat about that, because it was really profound, and it was to do with our shadow selves and understanding a little bit more about that. Also, we can arrange this as well. Just check out my community messages. I'll put a link with my email, and then you guys can say whether you're in and out. You can just go, yeah, I'm in for a live Zoom, or I'm in for just a Zoom, or I just want to feel into whether you guys would be happy with that. And then I can make the appropriate, because I don't want to go live and then everyone's like, oh, I thought it was just going to be a Zoom, and I can't exactly have a big long chat with you guys here. So let's email each other. I think that might be the best way to do that. Or you can send a message underneath the comments, with on my community post. You could do it that way as well. Anyways, trying to figure out something right here, right now. I love you guys heaps. Until next time. Bye.